question. Can any government be trusted when it comes to corruption?
I think at this point it's very difficult to tell, okay? That's why certain shows or certain things like debates have to be organized so that we hear our leaders, okay? Let them talk to us, not only on biased platforms like campaign platforms. Okay, so what do you think?
It won't happen.
Why?
The debate there won't happen on the unbiased thing you're talking about. Because generally, like, government is full of people. People are not to be trusted, obviously. So everybody will definitely say something, will tell you what you want to hear. Ghanaians, we like those things.
Okay.
You want to hear one day, those things. So that one day, it won't happen.
I also think when it comes to communicating visions and policies, you can have a lot of, politicians or leaders who are very good at it, convincing people to believe them. But it all boils down to personalities. Because corruption, I believe, is an attitude. It starts very little and, ends up massive. So I really don't think we can, have a trusted government when it comes to corruption. Because it's not just a few people running the country as a government. You have ministers, MPs, DCs, and all of that. You can have a few who are trying to make a change, but at the end of the day, it's functionalism. So you need a lot of people from, the bottom to the top. That's where the problem is, so, yeah.
So, and also, we have to hold them accountable, right? When accountability comes in, I think that's when we as the people fail.
Who's going to hold them accountable?
Exactly. We, the people, are supposed to hold them accountable. But here's a case where, even before they come into power, right? I can say, for lack of a better phrase or word, they buy the people. I mean, when they are going for rallies and stuff.
By some people.
Exactly. You don't have enough power. You don't have enough power to hold them accountable. So
they buy most of the people. The same people that are supposed to say, yo, this thing you're doing is wrong. You're supposed to put this here, do this right. They give you small change because the people themselves, they are poor.
Okay.
You understand?
And personally, I think nobody can stop corruption.
Why?
Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts.
Of course.
Have you enjoyed power before?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
yeah.
If you have power
It's true.
and you are able to pull strings, you understand why they do that.
I think Nessa wanted to say something.
So there's this phrase that says, who watches the watchman?
Exactly.
So, these people, okay, say you've given a contract to somebody to go and build a road. You allocated the money to whoever, say 60,000 Ghana cedis. Who is going to make sure that the money, the same 60,000 Ghana cedis that you said is going to be used for the road, is actually going into that road? You get it? So I feel like there's nobody that's watching them. So, of course, when you taste money, when you taste power, as he said, there's no way you're stopping. It doesn't even have to start from when you can be right from when you are a kid, but then once, everybody's doing it, let me also steal some of the money because, everybody came and is taking money away. Why can I not also do the same thing? So who is watching the person? Who is also watching the people in power? Who is making sure that they're also abiding by the rules and they are not above or over the law? You get me?
And the reason why I think, you can't take out corruption totally because the government who will set up, say, an independent institution to check corruption, they are the same people being corrupt. At the end of the day, they end up dictating for those people because they pick them from somewhere as independent bodies, pay them, probably behind closed doors, tell them what to do.
Favor.
They kind of own them.
So it's really.
As far as this canker is concerned, you see, it's a hydra-headed problem.
Sorry, just like Martin Amidu's...
exactly, the special prosecutor.
Special prosecutor.
He was more vocal when he wasn't in office. Do you realize?
Yeah.
And now, So what happened?
I feel like it's something when you just get in there, you just become a part of, whatever is happening.
So you roll with it.
I
You
think
just have to,
religion is also part.
because one person can't go and fight against the whole. I mean, everybody's doing it.
I think religion is part of it because most people don't fear. No, Christians, the Christians, most people don't fear the Bible.
You're not afraid of
So you can
judgment.
Yes,
say
we
that
don't-
hellfire
we don't
is
fear.
government.
Yes, most people don't fear the Bible.
Trust
Like,
me, they are the same people that go and give big monies to church.
Yes, but
Yes,
leaders,
yes.
I'm saying leaders, let's say anyone will be giving, even in court, someone will be giving the Bible to swear. Because of
Still lie.
Yes, that's true.
So
That's
imagine
because-
that if you are being sent into office, and maybe they don't give you a Bible, they give you
to the shrine.
shrine.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something?
Rollins
Don't you?
Rollins said.
I'm asking him something.
It's sad, though.
Don't you say petty lies sometimes? Are you afraid of judgment when you do those petty things that are not good?
Yeah.
But then you still do them regardless.
Yes,
Anyway.
yes.
But you still exactly.
But if there's something,
the
but if there's
petty
something,
things-
the supreme, something that is in check.
See, no sin is too small.
Yeah,
That's
no
what
sin
we
is-
always say.
I just
The
think
thing
it's because of the mercy. You know that if I do it, God will
So
forgive
sometimes
me.
you know that if I'm going to tell the truth, I'm going to die. They are going to. So would you still hold the Bible? And it's not like we are in the olden day Old Testament where you say a lie. Tell that strike you or
the truth one
something.
comes if you are lying. If you are doubting you, if you do something, they ask you, did you do it? And you say no. If you say yes, already they have evidence against you that you've done it, so there's no need to proceed. But if you say no, that's where they'll take you to the shrine. It's just as simple as that.
Vanessa said, she said one thing, who watches the watchman? Society has measures, okay? The media. Consider the media.
They are even the worst of them. I think, to me, they are even the worst of them because they don't even show the. They don't even.
They've been very helpful.
But they don't even allow them
most are
into
biased.
details
Most
of
are
the
biased.
that go on.
Okay.
You will not see a media man going into details of what happens in
Because they
governance and
might-
you get. They don't even kill them. You see someone like Anas. Nobody has seen his
No,
face.
but
Why do you
here-
think no one has seen his face?
Here's a case where some of the media houses are also owned by the politicians.
That's something. That's something we
That's
need
what
to
I'm saying.
look
The
at.
person who is on his own, the independent body like Anas, you don't even know him. We don't know him.
Yeah. No.
Because he's afraid, or probably everybody's been looking for him to kill him.
No, but then I also have a problem with Anas because you have to question where he gets his funding.
Yeah.
Okay, because where the money will come from,
That one too.
the people will dictate to you what you probably should look
Who
into.
you should.
Or who you should probe
You
into.
should-
No,
But
he
no,
also
that-
uses
but-
corrupt ways to
but I'm
even get
thinking
people.
of
That's
that
the
too.
funny thing.
Product of what he's producing
Yeah.
is what is needed. So it's not whether the money is coming from A or B. It doesn't change the fact that what we see on the camera, what we see on the film he has produced, is not what is happening.
But
Yeah.
you
But
know
then
what I'm saying? That
what if,
before,
what if
point
he
he was trying
releasing
to
this is just a cover for something major going behind?
let me say a quick one.
Draw
Let me say a
attention
quick one.
from the main thing to something
After the number 12 expose, what I heard was that he sent previous copies to the big men. Okay, so what we watched wasn't everything.
It was dropped
Yeah.
in.
It was, you understand? That is the point where I realized that no,
Until
there's...
it's a
But,
fact.
you know,
Until it's a fact, so
But it's not
nobody
every
knows.
You know,
information
he-
that
Oh, no, it's a
Whether
fact.
that's true.
It's a fact.
If we are talking,
So where did you get the fact from?
I think
you
that's
guys,
I heard it already.
if we are talking about Anas, you know, he
Yeah,
also
it's not
used
really a
corrupt
fact.
means to also get, if you want to catch a corrupt person, you also have to be corrupt.
That's what
Because I
everybody
watched
has a
that
price.
video myself, and then
Everybody
he
has a
had to
little
bribe
bit.
people for them to be able to, for him to catch them that they are
No,
corrupt.
but what's
for them
wrong
to
with saying
set-
no?
Exactly. So he
Everybody
also
has a
had to. He
price.
didn't walk up to them.
Depending
Everybody-
depending
he had to be
depending on the
corrupt.
magnitude of
If
what
you
is
didn't
being
go and
offered
go
to
and
him.
be, I'm saying that if
Everybody
you
has
want
a
to,
price.
everybody's like corrupt now because he had to use corrupt means. He didn't go by the right way. Like a policeman would go and catch someone in action. He bribed them for them to take it before
Set them up.
Sorry, let me.
he set them up. But then it's also corruption. You don't
yes,
just.
no,
you
but
are-
If you're not corrupt, you won't take it.
You won't take it.
but
That's the
then you
thing.
don't use like dubious means to catch someone. That's like a setup.
No,
Let's
it's
say.
not
It was actually a choice. Like,
it's a choice.
do this
He
for
didn't
me,
force
I'll give
you.
you money. Would
He
you
didn't
do
force
it?
you.
You could have said no, but then you two, you want to expose the person.
You guys don't get me. I'm not talking about the guys.
And they took it.
I'm not talking about the guys
talking about
who get money.
Anas
I am talking
himself.
about the person
Imagine, see,
who
imagine.
has set himself aside to catch corrupt people. Why is he
Imagine someone
imagine
someone
because you're
offering-
bribing someone. Bribing is not a good thing. You get it?
Okay.
So imagine someone
Okay,
offering
in the
you money
expose-
Yeah.
that you can earn in 10 years. He's
Would you
giving it
take
to
it?
you now.
No, right now.
Would
For
you
you to
temptation
offer.
is high.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
corrupt.
so everybody has a price.
Of course.
And then wait.
And then it
Everybody
means you are
has a price.
corrupt. If you will take it, then you are corrupt.
I'm not saying I'll take it. Depends. If you come to me, listen. If you come to me, listen. If you come to me, and what you are asking me to do demands that nobody will hear about it.
Now you're still.
Yes, and have the tendency to do it. I'll do it. Imagine that. I was a nobody, and then someone just picked me up, and then the person was behind the scenes, helping me to get to where I am. And maybe I'm the board chairman of this one, and the person comes that, yo, I have a small boy, I want you to fix him somewhere.
Can I ask you? Can I tell you?
If the person qualifies, why not?
Wait,
If the person qualifies,
why not?
Doesn't qualify.
Yes.
Already, you owe the person.
You owe him a favor.
Yeah,
because he helped you.
Will you take it?
Listen,
I want to say something.
When someone is helping you, sometimes when someone is helping you, the person will tell you that, remember, you owe me one.
Of course.
I'm asking you.
They don't even always have to say that.
Yes,
There's something that hangs around.
I want to take you back to something you said in the beginning. You said people don't have the fear of God in them anymore.
Yeah.
So even if you owe the person one, I thought you had the fear of God in you.
No,
so you are.
I don't know what got to do with you owing someone one. They say give what
then it
belongs
means-
to Caesar to Caesar.
No, then it means you're
I'll
going
give you
back on your own
something.
words. Then you're not a man of your word. Because from the beginning of this whole thing, you said people don't have the fear of God in them anymore. They give them Bibles to swear and they're lying. And you are the same person saying that if you're put in a tight spot, you will take it.
I'll take it.
What kind of man does that make you?
Yes.
Because he's part of the party.
That doesn't make you a right man. Because whatever it says, you are the same person who's the fear
what
of
I want
God.
you to understand is that you can't have a perfect human being.
Of course.
That's as simple as that.
So why did you blame them for not having a
Yes,
fear?
that's no walls.
I'm not
Discussion
Can I
we
say something?
discuss.
I think when
Yeah.
he was talking about the Bible, right, he wasn't saying that he abides by that, but he was trying to make the point.
But if you know abide by it, why you blaming someone
Let
who
me
will
say
not?
He's not
something.
blaming, he's
He was
stating.
trying to make the point that instead of the Bible, right,
Yeah.
like our ex-president J.J. Rawlings, he always says that if people are to be taken to the shrine, because that one is called instant justice, you know that if you are the one who did it, I've seen videos on social media where there's something like there's a broom or something when you steal. They make some incantations, and when they put a broom around your neck
And
and
it
they
sticks
pull
to
it,
you
it just
and then,
sticks,
yeah.
right?
I know
If
Book of Moses.
there's something like that that you are seeing with your eyes right now, you understand? It will put you in check. That's the point he was trying to make. He wasn't saying that he abides by the Bible.
Master, I understand you.
You get it?
I get you. I'm talking about everyone in general. I'm not talking about anybody.
No, there are
Did you make
people
any
who don't
points?
care.
That
There
is
are people who don't
everybody
care.
here
Take
now.
them to shrine. Take them to wherever you take them. What you hear them say is,
No, but let's
Yes.
politics.
I have a question. I have a question.
Politics. Me, what I understand with politics is they have to tell you something pleasant for you to understand.
Of course.
Nobody come and tell you that I'll do this and that. He wants your vote,
wants
first of all.
power.
Of course.
So anything that you enable him to come to power, that's what he's going to do.
And you
Just
now
as simple
that
as
comes to talk to you, also want him to tell you something that you would like.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody has a need, so you will use your needs against
So it's both sides.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When the late president, Professor Athanos, when he was in power, I saw a video where, it was secret filming, right? I think it was a customs.
Okay.
That's, certain bribery here and there, taking monies. From that time up until now, we've had consecutive, filmings like that of, people take GFA, all of that. I keep asking myself, like, what have we made out of these investigations?
Nothing.
And it makes me feel like it's very pretentious of government officials to be doing these things, because they themselves will come out.
What things? When you say things?
Okay, actually not attending to these things
Okay.
effectively. It's very pretentious. Like it is obvious to me looking at this deeper, because they come out to condemn it, and then
there's nothing they can do about it.
yeah, they are not really committed.
There's
You
nothing they can do
understand?
about it.
So it feels like it will be a normal thing for a very long time. Okay.
Even we, the citizens, we are also very corrupt
yeah.
because a policeman will stop you somewhere. He won't even ask where you rather even put it there and give it to him.
Yeah,
But he hasn't even asked.
Right now, it has become like a system.
You
Yeah,
get
I
it?
understand
It
it.
has become like a normal, even if sometimes it's something slight that you can
Let's
let
not use
it
the
go
police.
away.
But then-
He will make a big case out of it, and you will also pay him for it.
My worry is that it's really not going to do us any good. You know why? Because apart from the politicians and the government officials, I sit in church sometimes, and before the drivers approach the barrier, they already get 1 cedi from the mates.
That's what I was trying to say.
So it's like
it's a custom.
So let's live with it. But is it doing us?
I just think there are some things we can overlook.
I don't agree with you. Let's live with it. I don't agree with you. You see?
No, I'm not saying we should live with it. I am saying I'm worried because it seems like we are going to be
living with it. He didn't say let's live with it.
I want to put a scenario
of course,
across.
okay.
The scenario of girls or women being slept with before they are given jobs.
Yes.
What do we say about that as well?
Okay,
It's not like
That person is quick consent. I chose
Me,
to
the woman, I have
sleep
a
with a
choice.
man.
To sleep with you.
Yeah, both of them are corrupt because you
Don't do
chosen
it.
to give your body out.
What about the girls that even offer?
Exactly.
Like, sleep with me
It's
so
a form
that...
of bribery.
That's your form of bribery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bribery cuts across
so
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be people in the
Right now, I want us to look at
You see,
something.
let me make this point. When you go to the corporate institutions, right?
Yeah.
I have observed one thing, that in being corrupt, you know, people, the management or some managers end up picking people who are not qualified for the jobs, you know, and then in the long run, you find them making huge loss, you know, like there's no effectiveness. You go and people are just messing around because it's my uncle who brought me here. It's my dad who brought me
So
here.
what are we going to do about it?
Can't do anything
I don't
about
think
it.
What do we do?
No,
Solution.
we can't just listen. We can't just sit here and speak up and say there's nothing we can do about it.
What you are talking about, let's say right now you're unemployed, and your uncle is like maybe the minister or a board of something, and then you go to him, even though you know that you also you know that you're unqualified, but then the fact that you know that he's your uncle, you expect him to help you. Am I
Okay,
like?
so you're saying that the canker should go on.
I'm not saying to go on, but then that's how it's going to be.
That's how.
There's some things we just have to like overlook or something. Because
Then we
it
should
will happen.
normalize the fact that corruption is
Then maybe
normal.
there should be a structured system
It's
of
not
corruption.
normal.
How can you say strategy?
This is what's going on.
Like,
This is where we find ourselves. Okay? This is where we are.
Yeah.
So over time, okay, take it back to when our parents were in the university, and then in the university.
Not all of them, though.
Yeah, not all of them. I'm giving an example. So my dad like this. Let's talk about medical school. My
And your
dad
dad
like
went to
this
medical
during his
school,
time.
so you should talk about him.
During his time, like there were vacancies. Okay, like they were looking for people. Okay, so what is happening is that now, over time, the positions have not increased. The big men didn't create more vacancies for us, even reducing their ages. So now they are the custodians of employment in the
I want to
country.
ask a question. I want to throw a question to the team, everybody here. So we are talking about we are a generation. We want to change. We want to change. We're always talking about change. How can we change the world? How can we change our country? And we are the same people sitting here saying these things. So where's the change going to start?
What are you trying to say? We never said they should normalize it.
But you said if your uncle was in the army saying don't normalize it.
This is happening. This is what
I
is
know it's happening. What
I'm
are
not
you
saying
going
that
to do
we are
about it?
Well, that's why we're talking about it.
Yes, so I want to know because if they are saying that it's an uncle, because if it's my uncle, I'll take it.
Of course.
Yes. So what are we going to do?
So what are you saying? So that you take them to also corrupt. So what are you doing about it?
Let me talk.
That's why I posed the question.
Listen, let me talk. Imagine your uncle doesn't have the power to employ you. But you see, one person has too much power. Imagine that the president doesn't have power to vet or to bring in a supreme judge.
We have given the people the power.
That is what our constitution says. So
so we should.
Master, anybody with power.
We are evolving.
It's because we have given them the power.
We are evolving.
We have given
So
these
I
people
think
the power
that
to
every
do
10
what
years,
they are
me
doing.
personally,
So
I
it means
think
we have to
that
come to a point where we change the constitution.
every 10 years, there should be
we want to
amended.
change
It should be
the world,
amended.
everything has
And
to
I'm saying that.
change the
Imagine
constitution and
that.
still have the
See,
same power.
imagine that the
the
president doesn't have power over. You see, most of the politicians, the president
Which
has
is
power
discipline.
over everybody.
Yes.
Imagine that the president can tell you that you, let's say Martin Amidu. Let's say Martin Amidu was nominated by Akufo-Addo, the president, His Excellency. So imagine that guy wasn't nominated by the president.
But then, like,
He could have tried cases going on in the NPP.
And that's what Domelevo was doing.
You understand? Imagine.
Politics, corruption,
See, he was appointed by Akufo-Addo, and then Akufo-Addo's government is being corrupt, or they are looting money.
So the point is trying to
He
make
can't. But if the person is isolated from all these things.
Yeah,
So
you are trying to make the point that
Yes.
the
So
people,
the right
people
way, I
that
think. I feel like
appoint
there
these
should
type
be
of
a
people should be
constitution.
neutral.
Yes, should be neutral.
But then some people act neutral and they are not neutral.
Listen.
I want to address the issue that Vanessa was talking about.
Let's not mix it up. Like
Yeah.
I
I
feel
feel like there's so many points.
There's so
Yeah.
many points that,
So you felt like what she said was that we should
We
allow
have
it to go on.
normalized the whole situation
Normalized.
of corruption.
So I was making a point. I said that over time the vacancies did not increase, but then the population increased. What can we do as a youth? This is what I'm proposing. So we are abreast with technology every day. Like we live and breathe technology. We can actually come up with new vacancies, new ideas. Okay, now these old people, they would have to either conform or they become obsolete. Because I won't come for a presentation. I know how to operate a
The PowerPoint.
a projector.
Most of the vacancies I'm talking about, if you are saying that the person shouldn't leave, the person should be there, then most of the vacancies are going to create won't do anything.
No, they will because
The person will still have power over you.
they fumble with technology. I'm telling you something. They fumble.
What he's
Why is
saying is totally different from what you're
No,
also
why,
saying.
I understand what you're saying.
No,
You're saying
they're
that,
kind of linked though.
you are creating new. You want to create new things.
Yes.
All those new things will still be under the
But did
person.
you finish making the point?
He didn't. He's trying to create solutions to the problem.
What solution?
So let me
Listen,
What I said was-
listen, guys. Listen,
Let's not
guys.
put something both out though.
Listen to me.
You cannot get
said what
solutions
he can-
corruption right
he
now
said-
here.
No,
Yes,
that's
it's a
what we
solution to
can do.
corruption.
You didn't say
Because
right now
it's what
today
you
we are
need.
going to the government to
You
create
are
spaces.
tempted. You are tempted with
It's okay,
what
it's okay. Well, that's what so he said. Let's finish
trying
that.
to understand
So,
what.
so you guys, are we going to sit here and then we just come and say,
Let him finish out.
I'm not done with my point.
Finish,
I
finish.
understand you
Okay,
may
let him
support you
finish.
100.
Madam,
I support you
let him
100.
finish
But I
it.
don't accept that we come and sit here and then we are trying to change the world. We are trying to
If we don't
change
sit
We
here,
are putting up presences. That's what it's doing.
Yes.
No, but Auntie doesn't even want to accept that.
you don't want to accept. You don't want to accept it. Madam,
that corruption can change.
Okay, guys.
Finish.
Okay,
Let him
now,
finish.
what we are doing here, okay, it's a first.
Yes.
It's a first. How many old people? How many old
first.
people?
How many old people would do it?
I don't see the president sitting with the opposition or members of the independent, parties.
Parties.
You understand? And then having this kind of discussion, and then it will never happen exactly. But we are doing this,
But
and
it
it's a
can't.
first of its kind.
I don't mean
Please
to
ask me
catch
what
you.
you would
I
do
don't
to
mean to
change
catch
it. I
you.
want to know
But
what is your
if we have
noticed
if we have
I know there's
scenarios,
corruption. I've noticed it.
But you are corrupt.
if we have scenarios, right, where one party starts building, say, a school or a housing project, and gets a certain level, and if another party takes over,
They don't
they
even
just
continue.
abandon
They don't say that.
No, it's because they realize that if we do this, then we are capitalizing
Yeah, I'm
on
just
it
trying
for
to
the other
buttress the
party.
point that is
But it
not
doesn't
going to
matter. You are doing it
But then for the betterment of the people, at the end of the day,
That is
the
why I
interest
said-
of the people
Another-
is needed.
another
That's
thing
why I
came
said
to mind.
that.
Yeah.
That's why I said that. If we are saying that it might not change, or these things don't look like they are changing,
That's what they said.
let
Now,
us.
is there hope?
If you think
Yes,
There is-
if
there
you-
is-
Are you the hope?
Yes, we
You
are
can-
the hope. All
you
of
can
us,
create-
you, everybody,
we
we are
can
the hope.
create
That's what you are
a
doing.
system
But they are accepting that
of
it's not.
corruption.
We didn't accept
No,
it.
let's listen to a system of
They
You
said-
create
yes.
a system of corruption. You see, there are certain things. If let's say if something is not legal, then it's hard to come by, and then it's expensive.
The black market.
But then when
I'm lost.
when it is made legal, that means the supply is more, and it matches demand. So prices come down. It's cheaper.
The economist.
So it is cheaper. And then there's surplus. Now, if we know that okay, you are going on the road, you are a driver, you're going on the road, and then the policeman is about to stop you. And the system says that if you don't have this, and the system of corruption says that if you don't have this and this, you have to give him 2 CDs. And now you are going, you just ready your 2 CDs. The policeman cannot ask for more. He won't, because there's a system. So you know that this person has a nephew, and there's an empty position. First thing you do is, do you want your nephew to be in this position? If you say no, okay, then let's look for someone else to do it. if there's a structured system of corruption that we know that
If you can't fight it,
if
you
you
just
can't
work
fight
around
it, you structure
Yes,
it.
you structure it.
But then it's like indirectly supporting.
Listen, what he's saying, imagine,
It's like you're still doing it,
imagine what
just
he's saying
doing it
is
in a
very,
different
very
way.
smart.
Everybody
Imagine
It's
understands
just
it
smart
now.
though, but then
So imagine that maybe you're a driver, you don't have your license, and then you're being told that once you don't have your license, you are going to pay 50 CD. 50 CD. Imagine that the whole day, how much do you make?
You stop.
You make
I think
100
it's
CD.
right.
You make 100 CD the
you,
whole day.
where's your stand? You, where's your stand?
Why is there?
Where's your stand? You're going back and forth.
It's almost going back and forth.
Yeah.
When somebody says
You
it's
keep on
against it,
contradicting.
you're just contradicting
Listen.
yourself.
Hello,
You didn't even let him land.
Listen,
You don't let
listen.
someone-
You don't like
Can
it.
I say something? Thank you very much. So Nessa, to you. You said we are
has
the
to be to
hope,
you.
right?
Yes,
You said we are the hope.
Yeah.
Now, if I recall, last week we had a meeting here, and then we were watching ourselves from the first season. And the first thing you said was, look at us here saying all these things. The topic was what makes a successful relationship. And then you're like, we're out here saying all these things, and yet we fucked up in our relationships. You said, that's what you said. No, you weren't there. You weren't there. So my question to you
I like that.
you
I like
say
I wasn't there.
we are the hope. We are the hope.
Yes.
Be honest with yourself right now.
Yes.
If someone is to approach you and is to give you like 10,000 Ghana cedis and says, Ness, I need you to be.
Accepts the fact that
I need you. No. I'm telling.
directly.
No, let
I want you to
I know what you're about to
understand.
say. Somebody's come to offer me 10,000 Ghana.
Will you take it?
you know
Okay,
what
will
she's
you
about
take
to
it?
say, but
Will
I
you take
don't.
it?
I know what she's about to say.
Will you take
Let her
it?
finish.
Nessa, will you take it? Will you take it?
But yes, I know that's what I was saying.
Will you take it?
10,000 is too small.
So you will take it.
So you won't take
That
it.
means you have a prize. You have a
Everybody
prize.
has a
I will
price.
take
Look
it.
at that.
You
I
won't
won't
take the
it
money.
because 10,000.
She's lying because you are here.
Exactly.
So that means you have a prize.
That means that you have a prize.
That's what you said. It means you have a price.
Yes, she has a prize.
Guys, about
Structured, exactly. You know that you have a certain amount of
Okay, so
have you
listen.
thought about this?
She'll take it. She'll take it. She'll take it. She'll take it.
Yes, that's what
She's
I'm
trying
saying.
to deny.
That's what he said.
You know,
So imagine, so imagine that.
because it's too small.
So imagine
You have a prize,
that. Imagine that as a taxi driver, the whole day you made,
I was going to
let's
say
say,
something
100 cedis,
to that.
and then they are saying that if the police should stop you and then you don't have a license, you're going to pay 80 cedi out of that 100 cedi. Would you go 20 cedi?
Yeah.
And then every day, every day if a police should stop you
taking
and say
80%
that
of
every
your
day it's taking 80% of your money, would you go and do your license or not?
Capture. You go and do your line.
So, guys, can I say something? That's how I was adding up to him. He's trying to give a solution.
You can't add that because you're not agreeing to the fact that corruption can be worked around like the structured thing we were talking about.
You are very
You want
Listen up. Listen up.
license. You wouldn't want to go through the whole.
What about
He didn't say anything about
that one?
going
Decide to save money
It
for it.
doesn't matter. You should do the right thing by getting a license
yes, at
anyway.
least.
No,
At
so you wouldn't do the right thing.
But then before that,
Listen.
corruption, there was still
They are
bad.
very confused. That is a very confused generation.
Yo, guys.
You are a confused
You are a confused
person.
generation.
You're right here.
I was saying you are a confused generation. I was adding up to the fact that all I'm saying is we are the hope. We are trying to give changes. We are trying to make changes. And I've always stood for the fact that we are
Vanessa, what is your stand?
generation.
Wait,
Listen,
He was saying something
guys,
about
I want to tell Vanessa something.
Please, let him tell her
Don't let me talk.
something.
I'll not keep quiet.
You keep quiet.
wait.
She's been talking too well.
No, it's just a phrase. It's just a
We are
phrase.
there.
No, listen to him.
Everybody's I'm talking for my group. So if my group
Which
thinks that
group?
we are
Which group?
I'm talking about a group of people out there who think like me.
No, my
So
second
yes,
like
they are
you.
confused
They are
generation out
Don't
there.
generalize
Okay,
it.
so you are done. All right. Now,
I didn't say what I was going to say.
I want to tell her something.
Then let me finish and tell me what you want to tell me.
See, you guys say, let Vanessa talk. Because she's going to lead you into
Thank you.
There's confusion in
So-
our generation, but we are not confused.
Yeah, very confused.
okay. So
right.
So they were saying that I am very, I come here and I come here. And the reason I was supporting him was because he was saying that, assuming that if you don't have your license as a driver and you take every day when they catch you without a license, they take 50 cedis from you. And your daily sales is 80 cedis or 100 cedis. Would you always keep on giving them 50 cedis out of your daily sales, which is 100 cedis? No, it means you will stop being a very bad driver without and giving them money and go and get your license. Is that not a solution to corruption? You people, you not listen to sense.
No. That's not the solution.
That's the solution because you will stop giving them money.
Maybe it might move it to another. It might move it to
Because you
another.
stop giving them the money.
that
Stop
you've
taking
not
it.
insured your car.
Solution.
There are
Your
two
tail
things
light is
involved.
broken.
That's the people that will
There's
save for
always
the
gonna be
corruption. They'll
something.
save for it.
Listen.
How do you say for
There are two
corruption?
things
Can you
involved.
imagine?
There are two things
Afterwards,
involved.
please give me a chance.
Please give him a chance.
There
No,
are two
don't
things
say something.
involved.
Give him a
It's
chance.
either you go and get a license, or you work harder, and make more money.
That's what I was saying.
And then-
Who put money down?
Wait. Let me finish.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody wants to be using money.
Exactly.
This man is always taking money from everywhere.
She
You
can-
get to know him, right?
No, tell them what
When
you
you go to the club every time, and then you know the bouncers. Every time you go, you just.
One thing about
you just
policemen is
enter.
that always they'll take their money. They don't care. Nobody
There's
cares.
some ones that you just know.
You have to let them land.
You can even do monthly installment.
Tell them what you were saying. You're right. Tell them.
You're looking for partners.
As I said, the first one is you either work harder and you make more. Listen.
Oh, but Vanessa, please someone should get that water to drink.
We are saying that nobody will work harder for for something. Then the other option is you go and do your license, and you were like, and you said something like
Then
it will lead another.
pressure on you because then you have to get
You
big
do-
license. And that means you go pay.
You need to learn how to tell somebody to keep quiet. Why?
Thank you.
Alright.
Please be pointed on Vanessa.
Yo,
I tell you to keep quiet.
This time I'll get up and snatch it. You see anybody here?
yo.
Shout it out. Shout it out.
All right. So like as I was saying, when
I'm talking after you, though. I need.
I registered.
It's a whole queue.
What I'm saying is that
Yes, I just.
the other option is that you
Don't
get
let
your
her talk
license, and you were saying that
I'm listening.
it will make people start doing fake licenses and things like that.
true.
And that it will lead to
Another
another
form of
corruption.
employment.
Another form of corruption. And if that form of corruption is structured, that's what I'm saying. You structure every area of corruption.
What
you
you
structure? No,
want
listen.
is structure
Tell them
corruption.
sense.
I'm telling you because
Hey, it's okay. Why?
if you want to do fake license or this, you will pay this
No, I think
amount
you've
of
made your
money.
point.
You people are not.
You said something. Okay.
failed.
Structuring corruption. So now it's just a matter of who has more money.
Yes.
That's what about the people in the rural areas?
Nowadays.
Because already there's like a disproportionate something going on. So those in
So can I
Accra.
give an example? I still don't
Let's
get you.
talk about education.
I can't be here.
Let's talk about education.
I want you to give an
Let's talk
example.
about education.
You're not
Yes.
only tackling corruption with the transportation sector, or
Right.
So that's why I said you should give an example.
didn't bring a driver
I'll get your idea.
I'm giving an example.
Yeah.
I'm saying that already there's like a disadvantage. Those in the rural areas are at a disadvantage. Why do I say this? Take education. We mentioned this. Online, the internet. They don't have access to these things. Some don't even have access to light, electricity. Okay? We have everything here. We have everything here. Now, you want to structure corruption. You want to structure corruption and then give those in the city. It's like the rich get richer.
You don't get it.
Listen, I want you to give me a vivid explanation, like example.
Yes.
Like we use transportation. I want you to find something. And then
education.
Education, like how? So if you say internet and those things, you don't have it. Have and then have not. So that one is different. Yeah, so
The solution is proposing. The solution is proposing. Are you going to deal with the haves and the have-nots by bridging the gap, or you are going to just give the rich people?
no, that's why I want you to explain because I still don't get it.
Can I explain? Can I explain?
Yeah, I still don't
I want
get
to
it. Yeah, I think so.
Structuring something, and when you're
explain?
structuring something, you put everything into consideration. Yes. You put everything into consideration. So you also put the people in the rural areas.
Into consideration.
Structure
They
the
all part of the
corruption you
system.
want us to structure.
Exactly.
How do you structure corruption? You do understand the term
Listen.
You just
Everyone, quiet, please, quiet. My guy,
This
Charlie,
thing was talking
It wasn't
about.
under structure corruption, so that will make you right.
please, yeah.
So this you want
How is it bribery when you go and get your license done and you don't have to pay anybody?
Vanessa, you are the only one talking.
Vanessa,
I wasn't talking.
Vanessa, you go to Naughty Corner.
You said you wanted an explanation. Like you cited that if like a driver makes like 100 cedis, right, in Accra, and if there's they are caught with a fake license or they don't have a license at all, 80% of their money is going to be taken away. Now, a driver in Accra is making 100 cedis. I'm sure if you go to Kumasi, the fare there is less. You
But it
understand?
still doesn't stop you from getting. Listen, whatever you're saying, listen, whatever. Listen,
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. When he said that the people in other areas would be...
What you have,
I can't say I.
what you have to realize is that everyone is entitled to their opinion. So let someone finish.
Yeah, let me finish.
Aha.
You said... he was saying that people in the rural areas, some of them are disadvantaged, right? So a driver in Accra is making 100 cedis, right? And 80% is being taken away. If a driver in Kumasi is making 50 cedis, you understand? And you are deducting that same percentage from their money.
Listen,
you understand? It's just the disadvantage. I'm not battling with you.
Listen.
It's
But
just the disadvantage I'm mentioning.
Yeah, but what you also have to understand is that what you also have to understand is that before you get a car, you need a license before you can drive a
You
car.
understand?
So the first thing before you can acquire a car, before you can drive.
Yes. Your life.
You see, listen. The first thing, what is missing? What this guy is missing is before you can drive, you need a license.
No.
So it doesn't matter. No, listen. It doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter. Before you can move a car, you should have a license. So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you are making sales or not. It doesn't matter. You see, you are trying to fight it. You are trying to fight as much as you are fighting.
Give a proper example.
Let's move away from it.
Give a proper example.
Let's consider this. You know the processes by which we acquire licenses in Africa or Ghana.
So because it's hard,
You realize I've not finished.
Enough of the
Have I landed? This is the example that came to mind. This is the example that came to mind.
What about the place?
No, guys.
They don't take bribe over there. They are not.
You guys are not being fair.
Keep quiet, Shika.
So, now, why does acquiring... I'm using the license as an example.
Again?
Okay. Why does it have to be so complicated?
Now, what's the normal procedure?
What's the normal procedure?
Procedure
You go to the driving school, okay, you go and take an exam. After that, there's a practical test.
Yes.
So you...
Practical test in writing.
No, practical test, you drive.
Drive on.
Yeah.
There's writing as well.
That's what I said, the exam.
So
you
imagine
take the
that.
exam,
So imagine that the exams that you are going to write is not being marked. You see, imagine that you use biometric, like the biometric. So the system has already captured your hand. So in going to write the exams, you use your system and then you write. No one can change the results. The computer is marking the results. If you click, if
I know,
it's
that's
ABC,
what is done.
Listen, and I'm saying
That's what they do now.
and I'm saying
Yeah, you get your results online.
So let's just make it like no one is able to manipulate the system.
Yeah.
No one is able to manipulate it.
People are able to manipulate the system.
Yes, because they go and pay. There are many illiterates, okay? There are many illiterates. And the
understand?
thing too is that there are people, they know the practical thing. I know Masons, okay? They know the work, they know the job. But then as to writing ABC, so people know how to drive.
Yes,
There
people
are
know how to
truck
drive.
drivers.
People know how to drive, but understanding what's on
they
the roadside,
understand.
that's the most important thing.
I think
Moving the car is
even
not
in your
important.
statement, you're even
What
giving
is
solutions
by the
indirectly
roadside?
Can any government be trusted when it comes to...
No government.
So that's what we have agreed
Yeah,
on.
it's not as if we've agreed on it.
Okay.
We've given NDC and an MPP chance. What's the probability that if CPP comes, they won't repeat
They're
what?
still people.
Exactly.
They are all humans.
Exactly.
Let me say something.
Preach it.
You know, in Ghana, Ghana is a developing country, right? We are not advanced or, like this place is hard. Do you understand?
It's hard.
So yeah, it is hard. So for example, CPP coming to power, to do something different from what NDC and MPP are doing, it's impossible. And the reason is because the people that do appoint them.
Have you given them the opportunity though?
No, listen to what I'm saying. The people that do appoint them to come and work, it is very possible that most of them are coming from like hardship, But then yes,
They're using hunger to chop somebody's money.
You see,
Doesn't matter.
no. Let me
Have I
finish.
chopped government
They'll
money?
make them.
Guys, please.
Don't make them leaders, MCs, ministers, and all sorts of things. You understand? And just like we are talking about people trying to help their family members here and there, it's due to the system that we have here, due to the hardship, due to the uneasiness, you know, it makes it very easy for people to be corrupt. But then my whole point is that let's try to fight it, because it's not really going to do us any good. You understand? Of course, people are going to benefit. Even we all, you know, at some point have been corrupt. You understand? But that doesn't mean that let's, you know,
Allow it.
Okay it.
Yes, we are not okaying it.
But then when we are having discussions surrounding these things, it should be like, oh, okay, I did this, I felt bad. You don't have to say it. But
People have no
then
remorse.
how am I coming
People
out
have no remorse.
to make a recommendation? How am I trying to be disciplined
Solutions.
consistently? You understand?
Going back to the relationship thing.
What?
Back to the relationship
If they
thing.
do
How
that,
are you
we'll go
going
off.
to
If they do that, we'll go off.
She asked me a question I couldn't answer.
So are you doing anything different now?
Because
What are you
like,
doing?
Honestly.
well, I don't really know much about Malaysia, but the little I heard, you know, like the governments, they were very strict at the point. They had to take, I don't know if this is, I heard from somewhere though, they had to take money from the people, like from salaries and things like that, to make developers. Like it wasn't taxes. It was a separate fund that they had to take.
Taxes plus that thing.
What?
You feel like it's all your money going away.
So I'm talking about discipline. You know, in order to address some of these things, you understand, you need to enforce.
It's true. So
You need to enforce, and
Let him
even with environmental development, like they had to actually penalize people. When you have to. I heard when you I don't know if it's told that when you get to their airport, they tell you that if you can't, like there's a rule, you know, when you spit or when you. If you can't, return to wherever you are coming from.
And
They
that's
were very
on that.
strict and harsh.
there should be rigid.
I'm not you can't have a relationship with
Punishment
people.
for
Anyway, so let me learn. My whole point is like when we have these
Is it?
conversations and then go out of here, let's try and do something, because
Practice what?
yes, let's
Thank
practice
you.
what we preach and
That's
not
all.
just
See,
talk about
it is
it
very
like
difficult.
It's not only
No. He's disagreeing. You are disagreeing.
Listen, it's very difficult.
Even you look at police.
I'm not saying it is.
How can they tell you not to wear your mask?
Listen,
So because a policeman will not protect himself, you are putting your life at risk.
I'm wearing my
Me
mask.
saying that is very difficult doesn't mean that it's impossible.
Who is talking?
Listen, me saying that is very difficult doesn't mean it's impossible. Imagine that my younger brother, who is in, let's say, he completed, but he's still rewriting some of the courses. And then someone has come. But I know that my younger brother has potential of doing the same work, but he's come with a certificate. But my younger brother also has I've known him for some time, so I think that he's very thoughtful of what you understand. And then he comes to me that so he's unemployed, doesn't have I'm his responsibility. Anything he needs, he come to me. And then there's a vacancy, and I see that this thing can change his life. Not that he's capable, not that he's not capable. He's capable, but he doesn't have his document. He doesn't have his certificates that shows that this and this and this. Listen. It's still being corrupt.
No, can I say something?
Yes.
Listen, you like from what I go from what you were saying, like you have the opportunity to help your little brother, but he doesn't qualify. Listen, when you're in power, you are connected to other places. You're not only connected to your office or you know.
But I'm not listen, I'm not connected. But I can pull. Yes. So what I'm doing for my brother, because I can pull strings.
No.
That's why I'm pulling the string for him.
Let me finish.
But it's not the same.
Let me finish. You want to get a job, you want to make money in this country, right? You can you have to do what you can do. You don't necessarily have to be in the office. If your little brother is not qualified yet and still trying to write his papers and do all those things, there is somewhere you can fix your brother.
Where?
Huh?
That's why I said I know that he's capable of doing it. That's why. Listen. All what I said, I was basing my opinion and my point on something. I said, first of all, it's my responsibility. To take away that responsibility, I need to put him on a level. And I know that he's very thoughtful of what, like he has a fair idea. Maybe you say someone who is very good at using PowerPoint. My brother is very good at using PowerPoint, but he's not. Yes, I'm not saying yes, and I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying, that it's not impossible, but it's very difficult.
I want to say something.
Even our whole certification system is flawed. Do you know why? Because because I was having a random conversation with.
Because most of the people that we see
hold on.
Listen, most of the people that we see at how do you call it a position, maybe the person doesn't have the same because when I was going to write my when I was going to do my how do you call it service, I did sociology and French, but when I was doing my service, I did something out of I was managing app.
Why didn't you say you don't?
And listen, and that app was new. I have no idea. So imagine that I have no certificates in yes, but I was able to control that app.
Yeah,
that was so listen. So if my boss sees that okay, this guy doesn't have a certificate, but I want to help him.
Yeah.
Then you say instead of him paying the one who has certificate, let's say 2,000, he can come to me and say, yo, I think you can do this. I'm going to offer you 1,500. He has taken 500 CD out of my money because I don't have a certificate, and I think that I don't have a certificate, but I think that I can do that. I'm capable of doing the work. You see, intelligence is different from.
Do you know what? Initially.
Because when I was the only person who was managing the app.
Initially,
good at it.
Yes, I was good at it. Immediately,
So why would we
your package.
encourage you to go get your necessary certificates and come back for the job? You can do the work, but get your certificates. What are you saying?
Listen, Asad now, she's not getting. Asad now, I don't have it. I'm the one doing it. I'm the one doing it.
It's not like I don't get it. You just don't want to agree with me.
Guys, so far.
Wait, she's on the floor. Nice on the floor.
So if you are being.
Okay, so I was saying, you are saying that because you're doing the job, there's no need for him to push you to go get your certification.
No, he can.
does
He
it
can.
mean-
No, I'm not saying. I'm the one doing.
Did he push you?
No, if he can tell me. Listen, no, I didn't get the work. Listen. He didn't push me because I didn't. Listen. Let me talk. First of all, the service after my service, I left. He didn't tell me to. But if he had told me that, okay.
My question:
Yeah.
Did he help you to go on and further and get those?
I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Listen.
Hello. Please.
Listen,
I am on the floor. I am on the floor, Shika.
we are going
I am on the
yes,
floor.
yes, we are going
Nessa, I'm on your side this time around.
Let's ask him the question.
Did he? No, he didn't. He didn't.
He never spoke to me
Against the
about it.
backdrop of corruption.
To me about it.
And so you kept on working for him.
Yeah.
So it means
So my
let's say you
service.
worked for him for 5 years.
No.
The service.
Service after service
No,
done.
I'm giving a scenario.
Okay.
Let's say you worked for 5 years
Yeah.
with him without certification. And all throughout that 5 years, people who are qualified came
But
with their
you know-
qualifications.
okay.
Came with their qualifications. But because you are there and he is able to cut your salary and then keep that 500 Ghana cedi so he can pay his 1,005, he's not able to hire those people. Now, there's also the question of high unemployment. So those people think they have a chance, but because you are there without qualification and yet you're doing the job, they don't have an opportunity.
So he should be
No.
No, so that's what I'm saying. He should have helped you.
Listen,
So if
let's be
he
realistic.
helps
Let's be
you-
realistic here.
listen,
Let's be realistic here.
If he helps you,
Realistic,
well, he's
it's about
helping
doing
you.
the
Another
change.
person
After you
gets
go,
the
babe, make
opportunity
come back to me.
to fill your space.
There's no space.
Why do you want to
Because
sound
he's
my
there.
See, as a smart human being, listen, as a smart human being, immediately you start enjoying what you are doing, you should know that there's a spot that is, as much as you are there, it's still vacant. You are there, but it's still vacant. If someone should come with a proper CV.
No, he never said. He never said
Guys,
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That as much as you are there, if someone should come with a better CV, who can do more than you, he can tell you to go. Listen, let me finish. Let me finish.
Employment is not about CV, it's about relationship as well. This guy has gained the relationship. He has gained the relationship in the work. You gain the relationship in the work, and you want somebody.
That's where you don't even have the necessary certificate.
It's the only school that will show you how to work.
But then before they employ you, they look at your test before.
So in Ghana,
Yes. I did marketing, now you
Vanessa,
can.
focus on me.
Yes.
So let's reach a consensus. Okay, we are talking about corruption with regards to governance. So the consensus is that no to the question you propose, right? It can't be trusted. So no. Now, secondly, you said something. Let's do our best. Because we have to finish this discussion and then make sure I'm coming. You will. You have to finish this discussion and make sure that those who are watching are taking something away.
That's it.
And I was suggesting.
That's the question.
Yeah, and he made a very constructive point that we have to make the effort. It's difficult. Now, that aside, with regards to your case, with regards to what you guys were talking about, there is such a thing as on-the-job training, okay? Now, after your 1 year service period, let's be specific. After a 1 year, this might digress a little bit, but I need to address it. After a 1 year service period, there's such a thing as, vacancies. They take people on, okay? So they put out vacancies. Now that's one problem we even have to battle with. They don't put out vacancies. Look at the police service. When last did you hear that there was an open vacancy, but people are passing out?
I heard it was last year.
No, it wasn't.
That's
It's not.
They bring it to the government.
Exactly. So there's even a backup. So what you need to please let me land. Let me land. I also have facts. So the thing here is that after your service period, okay, the company then gives you the opportunity to come on. So you take tests, aptitude tests, you go for interviews, you get the opportunity to justify your inclusion. Please, let me finish.
Listen, let him talk.
So you get the opportunity to justify your inclusion. When other people with qualifications come, there's the issue, or there's the point where you realize that no, it's not only about qualifications. What can you do? You have been operating the machines. You know how to operate the app. So when you are given the opportunity to show what you can do, definitely to come out that no, he is the one most suitable to get the job.
It's not as simple as because the app, nobody. Immediately I entered the office, they told me that I was going to manage. I had no idea about even how myself going to manage the app. Yeah. So I just started playing with the app, Because when I was leaving, they wanted to retain me, and I said no.
On the job training.
So
Guys,
they wanted to retain me. So after I said no, I had to teach someone how to manage the app.
So far, we've been. So far, okay.
Sorry, I want to ask you to talk.
Oh, why am I the one talking?
Because I just hear you when they talk, you cut you say something.
You've not made your point.
That's my role.
You have opinion.
You've not made your
I just know people bring it, I hate, it brings that hate. It's like ping pong. No. I don't want to have a full point.
You don't have opinion.
Don't put me on the spot. I have fans, high fans. Okay, no sport.
Somebody did there.
Yeah, I'll hit you outside.
You know how the correction comes. Somebody did there. The thing say, he gets certificate, so this be how he be entitled. So this be therefore pay me 5,000. You see, somebody gets his certificate. The figure say therefore pay me 5,000. Then somebody another person don't get certificate. So he go fit do the job better like the person will get a certificate. If they talk say, okay, give me 2,000, go do the job. What you go talk?
Like the whole point.
What you go talk? Everybody they do what you go help them. The boss go say, if these two people go fit, the only difference we say you get certificate, you don't get it. But all of you they put you for the job, you go fit do one. You go for this one. Doesn't mean that the person is corrupt.
Certification for unless
there are some jobs that you just ignore.
Me are there. If they get some maybe fashion, somebody go school, get certificate. Somebody to not go school, but they feel so correct. The people then you want to play those two people for your destiny side.
Please ask the question again so that we'll stay on topic because I feel we proceed along a certain tangent and then we don't come back.
So,
corruption
my question to him was, my question to him was, if he was in a leadership position, what would he do different? Because we are trying to stop it. We are trying anything we can do, even if it's going to take all our lives. We are going to make sure that the next generation that is coming after us is not going to repeat the same mistakes. That is why we are here. What are you going to do? I don't need to know about whatever is happening in the system or whatever you think.
You need to know to battle it.
I need to know what you would do differently.
Yes,
So yes, what would you do differently?
No, you answer the same
What will you do?
I will be right. Let me tell you something. There's so many times that they said that, okay, young ladies sit with these big men in governance to get jobs. There's so many times that I'm unemployed, but there's so many times that I've had people come to me that, okay, I can get you the job, but I want to sleep with you. But I have not done it.
So
and
no, I'm not saying that
has ended. But I am one person.
What you
I am
gonna
one
do?
person that hasn't accepted to sleep with someone for a job. I want them to use my CV. And you say, do you know how long I've been unemployed? Don't tell me what you're telling me. Don't tell me what you're telling me. That one, don't tell me what. Do you know how long I've been unemployed? Do you know how long I've been unemployed?
You've not been unemployed. You've been working. Let's not start this thing.
Charlie, do you know how long I've been unemployed? You can't tell me that there are some people that want to stand on their ground.
Let me share my experience.
Share it.
Do you know why corruption is very hurtful?
Chance is always emotional.
No, like
story.
emotions are real. Let me hit you with this one.
Yeah. Stick up to hole. Let's see.
Listen, I put all of my trust and
In the
hopes
person.
in this thing.
I think that was your mistake.
You know, no.
Keep quiet.
No, it's for a reason.
Let's all agree. After you go, she's going.
Listen.
Why you choose?
Listen.
You are corrupt. Choose the other people.
It's for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I have worked there before. I have experienced the exact role. You understand? I went for the interview. You know, everything was fine. Like, I know about the job very well. You understand? Fast forward, I'm home and I hear, oh, they've already picked the people. They've gone for orientation. They've come for their appointments letter. I rush to the place and the lady tells me, oh, probably the interview didn't go well and you weren't successful. Cool. I stay around for some time and, you know, some random, workers over there come to us, a few of us actually, come to us saying, there were people who didn't even come for interview.
Yeah.
But they got a job. People they didn't know anything. People, and the three of us actually had worked there before. We have actually worked there before.
So you have in-house experience.
Yes, we have, we
they
even know the people, the exact role, and people, they don't know nothing about the job, but because they have,
They don't know nothing in it.
they have, yes, connections, probably higher ones, you understand? Well, no, we all do know.
I'm talking to Josh.
We all do know. I mean, I know people over there, but then I went.
You know the rest.
I went officially. I took the
You're going the right way.
necessary steps.
Exactly.
You understand?
You're
And then I feel it's not helpful because. It's not helpful because at the end of the day,
It's still
you
back to
have
the same
people,
thing.
you have to be teaching them all the time,
the job.
even whilst they are employed.
So how did they help corruption?
So Nashika,
Why
what did you do?
keep on doing this to me?
Nashika, what did you do?
What's your take?
What's your take? Please, let's all give
What's
her
your
the
take?
chance.
What's your take on it? Tell
I
us.
don't have take.
I didn't
What
take
would you do
anything
to
from
help
the building.
Don't put on this one. My mother will watch me.
What would you do to help curb the corruption?
Because we are not
I'll
here to
change the
support
rules.
it.
Let me tell you. Listen,
Please,
let
let
me
him
give
go, don't be
my opinion.
Please.
Can
That's your
you
take.
do this?
Please, we
Baby,
beg.
let's not
We beg. We want to
You are recording.
speak on this.
She doesn't have a tick.
Excuse you.
So say
I'm not saying
In your
because that's
little
the-
way.
I just feel like, now listen to me.
Yes, we are.
I don't have a take.
Okay, let me.
I didn't take anything from the building.
Me, I'm saying
Lord,
that, like me in particular, I don't trust myself, first of all. I don't trust myself. First of all, I don't trust myself because human beings change.
Yes.
As time goes by, I'll meet
I don't
people
think the
that I will
changes
owe.
evolve.
I'll meet people that will also owe me. So it doesn't matter what I can do, but there should be a structure. Imagine that as I'm going to, how do you call it? As I'm going to apply for this position and I get it, they make me swear without, let's say, a god or something. They should put fear into him. Yeah, they should put fear into him. That so always it's back always you are aware that. Yeah, so always you are aware that hey, if I don't do this thing right, this will go.
Yeah.
Most of the people there's no fear in them. So imagine that. It's not even about me, but before you get to the office, they let you swear that if you spend money or unnecessarily or you give position to someone who doesn't deserve it, yo, now if people bring their CVs, you are going to look for the best. They let you swear that you are going to and then anything and then they tell you that, and then they also tell you that if you see something that's not going right, make sure you bring it out. If you're able to swear over all these things, always you are in check.
So that's your.
That's my